Hi friends, today we're going to read a story called Our Community Garden, and it's written and illustrated by Barbara Polak. So she wrote the book and she drew the pictures for this story. And our community garden is called the title of the book. Ooh, look at the cover. I noticed tomatoes and sunflowers and some leafy lettuce. Maybe that's lettuce. I don't know. We'll have to find out what that is. Our community garden. Does anybody know what a community is? A community is like a neighborhood. So if you probably live in a neighborhood, you live in a community, right? You have neighbors next to you. Do you? A garden is a place where people dig in the soil or the dirt and they plant little tiny seeds to grow vegetables and grains and fruit to eat and flowers to see and smell. Ooh, cool. I wonder if you guys planted anything this spring. I planted a bunch of flowers and they look really pretty and I have to water them every day. And I also I planted some pea pods, some pea seeds, and some cauliflower plants. So I have a little bit of a garden going. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take pictures of it to show you. So our community garden. You're going to hear in the story about kinds of things that are in a garden and the work that people do to care for their gardens. Gardens are a lot of work. I'm Audrey Abergine. My friends and I live in San Francisco next to a community garden on a steep, steep hill. Ooh, a steep hill means like really, really high. Every day oops, my picture's in the way. Every day after school and during the summer, we play and work in the garden. Oh, they get to play and work in the garden. Sometimes we play hide and seek in the giant sunflowers that grow along the fence. Yeah, so a story on sunflowers. My sister just planted for my niece some sunflower seeds next to her fence, and sunflowers grow super tall, even taller than me. Do you believe it? And taller than you too. So they like to reach up toward the sun, and they are really tall flowers. And we'll have to keep progress on that. Maybe I can take a picture. We'll see how fast they grow. Sometimes we spend all afternoon counting ladybugs and honeybees. Oh, yes, there's lots of insects out. It's summer times. But most of the time we like to work in the garden, watering, digging, weeding, and getting dirty. Oh, I like to get dirty. Do you like to get dirty? It's fun to get dirty sometimes. Do you guys know what weeding means? Weeding means you take these weeds that are plants that people don't want in their garden, and they're not very pretty. They're just green. And then people pull out the unwanted plants out of the ground so that the other plants can grow better. So before I planted my flowers, I had to get out all the weeds. There are some of the tools that we use in the garden. Oh, wow. So I see a trowel. There's a pitchfork, a cultivator, some gloves. Oh, yeah, I wore gloves so my hands didn't get dirty, or my fingernails. We are all planting something different. Oh, why do they need a hose? Why do you think they need a hose? 'Cause flowers and vegetables and fruit, they need water to grow. So little seeds need dirt, and they need the sun, the warm sun, and they need some kind of water. So if it don't rain, you have to use the hose to water your plants. Every night, I have to go out and use my hose and water my plants in my garden. There's a watering can, and this looks like a shovel. That's called a spade or a shovel. Tomas is growing tomatillos and hot peppers for his world famous salsa. He says it's going to be hotter than ever this year. Tomatillos look like little green paper lanterns. So I looked this up because I did not know what those were. And they're kind of like a tomato, but they have tusk on them. Like husk. Did I say tusk? Sorry, I mean husk on them. Which you gotta peel back the layer, kind of like an onion. Yeah. My best friend Cassandra is growing short orange carrots with red cores. Most of the growing happens under the ground. She keeps a garden diary so she knows when they'll be ready. So some plants grow on top of the soil and some plants grow underneath the soil. And you can see that the carrots are growing underneath the soil. Allison Chin, our next door neighbor, is growing a special type of long, thin green bean called asparagus bean. They're great in my mom's tofu and bean stir fry, she says. This year I'm growing eggplants. They come in many varieties, but I'm going to try growing the long, skinny purple ones. Every day when I get home and change out of my school clothes, I go to the garden and look at my eggplants to see if there's been any progress. I keep the soil moist and pick out the weeds. Oh, see, she's got to pick out her weeds. And moist means when you add some water to it. So she's adding water to her soil because that's how plants like to go. Oh, I see lots of insects. Oh my goodness. I see a centipede. Look at all their legs. Sometimes I dig for worms and watch them wiggle and squirm. There's a rave beetle and an earthworm and a ladybug and a sow bug or a pill bug. There are some of the different insects that live in the soil. There's a soldier beetle and an ant. Have you guys seen these bugs before? I have. There's lots of bugs outside now. It's warm out. They like the warm weather. One day, my friends and I were playing hide and seek when Cassandra noticed a small green shoot sticking up from the ground. What do you think that could be? My carrots are coming up, she shouted happily. Tomas and I made a special dance to celebrate. Is he doing a cartwheel? Soon, Tomas's tomatillos started to grow, followed by Allison's asparagus beans and my skinny purple eggplants. Whoa, look at all the vegetables that they grew. That's a lot. I wonder what they're going to do with them. Let's find out. Today we have harvested enough vegetables to have a giant feast. Everyone in the neighborhood is invited to bring a special dish made from vegetables they grew in the community garden. We're having salsa and stir fry and eggplant stew, potato pie and carrot cake. Yum! I cannot wait. Have you guys had any of these foods before? Salsa with chips, stir fry, carrot cake. Carrot cake's really yummy. Oh, look at, they have a big community feast. Do they look happy? Yeah, they're all enjoying their food. And all this food they grew in their garden. It came from a little tiny seed. The end. It says for more information on how you can start your own garden, visit www.happypics.com/audrey.html. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story, and we'll get to grow some stuff pretty soon too. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thank you.